Hi guys, this is Mr. Frank. You might remember me from being down on the field usually with the recreational and games along with a bunch of our other team members like my son Logan. And I'm going to do some more stories for you to tie into VBS for this year. And like my wife said, we really do miss you guys and wish we could be down there this year, but really looking forward to next year. And just everybody's just muddling through, doing the best we can. So the first story is the Three Little Pigs. Once there were three little pigs who went out into the wide, wide world. Each little pig took a different road. The first little pig met a man with a load of straw. "Please, sir, may I have some straw to build a house?" asked the little pig, and the man gave him some straw. The first little pig had just finished his house when a big bad wolf came along. Little pig, let me come in," said the wolf. "No, no, by the hair of my chinny chin chin," said the little pig. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," cried the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. The little pig got out just in time. He ran off to find the other little pigs. And this is what the house of straw looked like. The second little pig met a man with a bundle of twigs. "Please, may I have some twigs to build a house?" asked the little pig. And the man gave him some twigs. But no sooner had the second little pig finished his house than the big bad wolf came to call. Little pig, let me come in," said the wolf. "No, no, by the hair on my chinny chin chin," said the little pig. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," cried the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he blew the house in. The second little pig got out just in time. He ran off to find the other little pigs. So here's pictures to go with that part of the story. They don't actually show much of the house this time. Now the third little pig met a man with a wheelbarrow full of bricks. "Please, may I have some bricks to build a house?" asked the little pig, and the man gave him some bricks. But no sooner had the third little pig finished his house than the big bad wolf came along. Little pig, let me come in," he cried. "No, no, by the hair on my chinny chin chin," said the little pig. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," cried the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he huffed and he puffed again, but he could not blow the house in. The big bad wolf, well, let me show you that house too. Whoops. There's the brick house. That's a nice house, isn't it? The wolf was very angry and thought to himself, "I must catch that little pig." So he said, "There are some nice fat turnips in Farmer Brown's field. Will you go with me to get some at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, little pig?" "Yes, I will," said the little pig, but he got up at 5 o'clock and was home cooking his turnips when the wolf came to call for him. Pages are sticking together. The big bad wolf was very, very angry, but he thought of another way to catch the little pig. "I know where there is a fine red apple tree. Will you go with me at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning to pick some apples?" "Yes, I will," said the little pig. But the little pig went for the apples at 4 o'clock. He had not started early enough, however, and he was still up in the tree when the wolf came along. "Are the apples sweet?" asked the wolf. "Yes," said the little pig, "and I will throw you one." So he threw an apple as far as he could, and while the wolf went to get it, the little pig climbed down from the tree and ran home. Early the next morning, the wolf hurried to the little pig's house. He had to catch that little pig. So he climbed up on the roof and slid down the chimney. But the three little pigs had seen him coming. They took the lid off a large kettle of water, which was on the fire. There was a great big splash, and that was the end of the big bad wolf. This is the last picture. So you might say, what does that story have to do with the Bible? You may have heard a story in the Bible about the wise man and the foolish man. And I'm going to read a little bit of that to you. It's kind of like a synopsis, which means a very short version. Jesus told a story about two men who built houses. One of them built his house on the sand. He was a foolish man. It rained and rained, and all of the sand washed away, and the house fell down. The other man built his house upon a rock. Even though it rains, the rock will not wash away. He is a wise man because he built his house upon a rock. The Bible also calls Jesus the rock. And whenever we build our house on his word, it will not fail. This is from Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 to 29, if you want to read it in greater detail with mom and dad, or whenever you have time for yourself. So once again, we really miss you guys this year, and we will talk to you again soon. Thanks.